I'm Laveda McIntyre with Century 21 Ameris South Realty. I wanted to come on here and talk about the new loan level pricing with the conventional loans. And I really want to make sure everyone knows it is just for the conventional loans. It does not affect the FHA and the VA. And I wanted to get with James Coleman. He is now with SWBC Lending, and let him explain it because that's what he does and not what I do. I find you the house and he finances it. So he's going to kind of give you a breakdown as simple as possible, because it's not really a simple numbers game that you can play, because every buyer, every credit score, every situation is different. But just kind of give you a rundown, because I've gotten a lot of interest and phone calls about the issue and concerns, because why should I make my credit score better if I'm just going to have to pay more?
Yeah, so it's a complicated process. I mean, it's a complicated thing to explain. Like, technically, the lower your credit score, still the more you pay in rate. Right?
Okay.
But there's been an adjustment of what it used to cost a certain credit score versus what it costs now. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go over the difference as much as we can. And also, I've got some really bad handwriting up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a 15% down loan with $300,000 for the loan amount, not the purchase price, loan amount. So there's going to be a chart that you can find online, but it'll tell you the differences. Okay, so at a 780 credit score better with 15% down, now it costs you 8% more in discount, okay? Basically, like, there's a charge for it. So at 7%, if that's what's considered the par rate, meaning that there's no discount on it whatsoever at all, like where you're not buying it down, then you're gonna have an 8% charge. What that means in dollars is that it's gonna cost you about $375 more to get that rate, okay? The next bucket is this. You got 720 to 739. That's going to charge you 0.75% more. All right, so you got 0.75% more that it's going to cost you now to get that rate. So if we say 7% is 0.75% in discount, what that translates in dollars, for you to get that, where it would cost you nothing before on buying it down, now it's going to cost you $225 or $2,250. All right, in addition to what it used to. All right. The other thing is this. This is where they kind of flip-flopped them. Okay, so where this increased by 0.75, this decreased by 0.75. So if you do 640 to 659, you have the same exact thing as here. All right, so basically they're charging this group and taking that charge and putting it down here. So there's 0.75% that they're going to add on here. You know, that they're actually giving you a credit for. Not necessarily a credit, they're just charging you less than that. So what used to cost 0.75% at 7%, now is going to be $2,250 lower than it was before. You know, there's still additional charges in here, you know, depending on it, because the lower your score, the more of the loan level pricing adjustments are added on. It's just these now have decreased by 0.75. These have increased by 0.75. A lot more that we can go into, but it'll probably confuse you a little bit more, but that's a rough example of what's happening.
So, and one of the things that you have to keep in mind is most people that are buying a home are going to go with an FHA or VA loan unless they have a large down payment. Most first-time home buyers are not going to come in with a large down payment. They're still going to need assistance programs such as Hometown Heroes, the SHIP program. So in all actuality, a lot of times it is going to affect the people that are going to have more money down, their second-time home buyer, which is the investors. So who knows why they're doing this, but this is the program that we're going to work with. And I just kind of wanted to give you numbers to see how much it really and truly affects you compared to what the hype is all about. Because if you believe the news, we're dying tomorrow, the world is coming to an end. That's not the case. We're still selling houses. There's still people that need to move. There's people that need to buy. Call us tomorrow if you need us.